One. You have to
committed
you
to
have to
this
let it
intro.
happen, man. I am so committed to it. You're listening to the National Meat Treasure Podcast with your host, Tropical Justin and Christian.
Yeah, that was his idea. I don't know.
That was so good.
I don't know why he wants
care.
us to be dentists or whatever, but
Listen, we're going to figure out the music. Once Thrilla puts us on, he's about to finish everything off.
yeah.
So shout out to our boy.
Thrilla 303 mob. They're gonna blow up this year. One of my friends needs to get famous and just take me on a journey because I am tired. Like I've been making y'all laugh. Quick question.
Way too long.
Quick question of sidebar. Does this record our audio separately?
Yep, it does.
It better, because I was just editing the last podcast. We talk over each other a lot.
It actually connect. If I'm correct, it records just us solo, whatever's coming through our mic. So we can actually even do that. So that's what's cool about this. Shout out to Riverside for letting me do this. Sponsor us.
We have to send them an email now. You just gave them free promo, but thanks. But Zoom does that too. So I was that's what I was just doing. I was editing last week's episode, trying to. Is that a Dragon Ball Z? I don't know what I'm looking at. I don't have my glasses on. It looks like there's a Dragon Ball Z figure in the window across the street, but I don't have my glasses on. So I'm just gonna assume that it is.
What? Wait, what are you seeing? Like a shirt or
No, just the window, because I'm in a building, obviously, and the window across the street. It looks like there's a Gogeta figurine in the window, but again, I don't have my glasses on, so that could just be nothing. And you know what? I'm not gonna put my glasses on. I'm gonna assume.
Don't do it.
That's some
live in
shit.
that reality.
I'm gonna live in this reality.
You know
yes.
what? I think the listeners deserve something right now, Justin, and I think they deserve the story about how you wanted to become a gargoyle from Disney's Gargoyle. Come on.
We have to save that
You
for the Idris
What you
Elba
want?
remake.
I
Honestly, I don't know if I like.
in Gargoyles.
I don't know if I heard that was a thing or if I want it so bad that I made it up, but I feel like that's out there. I don't know. But Idris Elba was born to play Goliath. Like, we have so many conversations on TikTok about Piccolo being black. Piccolo was not black, but Goliath was super black.
Yeah, that is. You remember that weird episode, and it was this is the one that always sticks out when what's his name, Lexington? No, or is it Brooklyn? The fat green one. He shoots the police officer.
Oh yes, I remember that one.
Did you ever see that?
Also, can you?
That was real.
I just love what happened here. Can we dissect that a little bit? Because first of all, you said, remember that weird episode, and it's a show about time traveling gargoyles who live in a billionaire's wizard mansion.
It got weird
And then
fast when it was like, he's like, blam blam, police officer, I'm playing with a gun. I didn't know. Like, literally, that's his voice, number one. Number two, he shot his friend, and I felt shocked. And then they edited that whole fucking thing, and then decided to drop the whole episode because I've been trying to find it again. But it's fucking that was jarring for a kid, at least. You don't watch guns go off as much. I remember as a gunshot go off. I just heard a gunshot. That's what I get for living in Pennsylvania. I guess Batman, the animated series, had gunshots, but I think a lot of other shows would just do laser guns. So I guess I wasn't ready for a Glock to go off.
Like I said, of the whole Gargoyle series, that's the least weird thing. A cop gets shot. That happens all the time. That's the least weird thing that's happened in the whole Gargoyle series. Do you not remember, what's the guy?
They literally fought in a castle. At one point, they fought other gargoyles that weren't a part of their gargoyle team. Like, I don't know how there's multiple like.
They
factions,
literally fought inside
you know.
the brain of a medical, like a. What was it? It was like a gargoyle that was brought back to life with science and magic, and the science portion of it combined with the magic and gave him a magic virus in his brain. So they had to teleport into his brain to fight his separate personalities. And the cop getting shot was the weird episode for you.
Yeah, you know what? I think it was way too real because I would rather that episode. That episode sounds sick.
Why are you so suddenly concerned for this cop?
Because you know what? I'm not. First off, ACAB, but no, not some of you are right. But it was more so like it was just like I didn't expect it coming, and it was like this gun violence PSA in the middle of a fucking gargoyle show. So like, who's the weird one? Let's talk about that.
I was actually just talking about this on TikTok.
Who decided to put that in a child show?
I was just talking about this on TikTok, how like the 90s, like like shows like Blackish now or like most TV now, it gets so, not most, but like a lot of it gets so wrapped up where the whole fucking show is like a PSA. Like all of Blackish.
Yeah.
Like if the whole thing is like something educational or every other episode or whatever. But like I remember in the 90s, like Family Matters, right? Family Matters was a black show that had like maybe 2 episodes about racism and then 1 episode about drugs and then like 10, 11 seasons of laughs and wholesome shit. But like the show wasn't about the horrors of being black. Although there was one super fucked up episode of Family Matters because I watched.
It got real a few times.
No, there was one episode where Laura gets accepted to Harvard and she can't go because they can't afford it, and that's the episode. Like, there's no happy ending.
That's garbage. Like, we're poor. Like, that's the end of the. But you know, where do they live in Chicago, or do they live like right outside the city? Because they have a fucking awesome house. Like they house how many people were there? Like 5, 6 adults and like multiple children. Like that show in its entirety deserves way more recognition because that's actually one of my favorite shows. But it's ridiculous, you know. I love that. I'm gonna rewatch that. That's what I'm gonna do.
It's on Hulu, my man.
The rest of the weekend. Is it?
Yes, that's where I rewatched it.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
What are you watching these days? You're probably watching some fucking weird shit that no one's gonna hear or watch. Wait for it, folks.
Okay, so I finished up watching. What was it? The Flight Attendant. That was really good. Did you ever watch that? It's on HBO. It's actually really fucking. It's like. It's not easy to explain, but essentially the premise is about a flight attendant who gets wrapped up in murder, and it's kind of like
on a plane,
goofy shit. Essentially, like she meets some dude, she has like a hot night, and she's like this, like, you know, regular, like, beautiful woman, I guess, and she just has like a fucking awesome night in Thailand or Indonesia, and wakes up next to the dude with his throat slit. So she can't recollect what happened the night before, that, like, if she killed him, did she do something wrong? And that's the entire series, like, kind of, like, unwrapping the mystery in that and realizing what it really is about. So that was actually entertaining. And then watch Luca and Fatherhood, which both were fucking awesome.
Okay, both of those I've heard about, not your psychological porno thriller about flight. But
listen, man.
But Luca, I heard nothing about Luca.
Luca's popping.
Honestly, it's completely stopped watching Pixar films since Coco. Like Coco fucked me up too hard. It went too deep.
Oh, Coco cuts deep, bro, way deep. This one does too. I think this one does too. You know, because like my parents were. The whole thing was that. They were from Colombia, and like the big threat, like when you're from like any kind of other country except for like here, like you would have my parents would say, like, we're gonna send you back to Colombia, like we're gonna have you like shipped out there, and that's pretty much like the crux of the show, I guess, why all the changes happen and why Luca goes to these extreme lengths to his adventure and shit. So I liked it. It was really fucking cool. I ended up I cry at everything, so I cry at that. That was like, it hit me in the heart. It was about friendship, and having a different kind of friendship than anyone, like the kind of friendship me and you have, Chocolate Bear.
I feel like it's not PC to call me Chocolate Bear anymore. You've been calling me Chocolate Bear since fucking.
I don't think it is
2005.
I don't think it is. Can we get some kind of like consensus out there? Is it okay to call your friend Chocolate Bear? He is though. He is though. What else can I say? I don't. If I'm gonna get canceled for a phrase, let it be that. I think my friend. I think my friend is a chocolate bear. He's beautiful. He's a beautiful like skin color. I love him. I've always loved him. He's a unique person, and he's my CB. Back the fuck up. Cancel culture.
We should switch it to something weirder like chocolate salamander.
Chocolate salamander.
You are.
That's exactly what. You chocolate.
You're
salamander.
always talking about me covered in oil,
know.
So I might as well switch to something.
Yeah,
funnier.
you should be slimy. Yeah. You know what? We need to do this. You see, like, you need to do it. I think, as your manager, for your OnlyFans account, and all other, bookings out there, I think you should be always oiled up, man. Like, people need to see. They see the strength. Like, the thirst is always on, like, 20 on your TikTok. We need it to get to 1 million so we can make money.
I get a lot of DM. I think I've gotten collectively more like straight up DMs like, yo, you're fucking hot on TikTok than I have on any social media platform I've ever been on combined. And I've been on MySpace, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Like, I've been on all of them, and TikTok beat it like
He
this
said
week.
MySpace.
I've gotten like 200-300 DMs this week.
He said MySpace, ladies and gentlemen. He's dating himself, but also let it be known that this man in the other side of the call with me was a metal dude.
Nobody knows what that is. Literally, no one knows what that is.
I hope it's somewhere in the ether of the internet, and somebody's gonna look it up. It's metal dudes with a Z. It's terrible, but he's always had people thirsting over him. He's pretty. What are you gonna do?
I feel like my pretty is recent. Like, I've always thought I was pretty, but I think the world sees it now, which is pretty fantastic.
Yeah, I get
actually
it.
might do some free drugs for that reason tonight.
Hey, that's what I like.
Might do some Molly tonight. We'll see
free
how it
drugs
goes.
is popping. Free drugs are always the best. I love getting free drugs because I'm either entertaining or because I'm going to have sex with that person later on that night. Not that I do that anymore. I'm married, just to let you know.
I mean,
not doing that yet. No.
We don't have to.
Not at all.
If you're not faithful, I'll keep your secrets, my man. But love you, Joni.
The tropical vault. The tropical vault.
But,
none of this is true.
All you married dudes in the chat, in our group chat, you guys all want me to just be a hoe. I feel like I have to be the single one and just be a whore up until my deep 40s.
Just live it.
And so you can live through
Just
me.
live in it, bro. Yeah, and you know what? My plan for you is for you to retire in Greece and clapping cheeks over, like, whatever that fucking, like,
the Black
Baltic sea. Like, just like, yeah, just like over this lavish veranda. That's what I want for you, my friend. That's what I want for you.
Yes, I was supposed to
And
clap some veranda Greece cheeks during Corona. That didn't happen, so... But we'll get back to it.
R.I.P.
We're working our way up to a greasy fucking in Greece. That's what we're working our way up to. Working our way up to the happiness to do that. Hopefully I could find that happiness through drug use. Shout out to the Molly plug. Shout out to my birthday gift. That's my birthday gift, free Molly. So...
Hey,
Molly and brunch.
Yo, talking about that, happy belated, man. Did we talk about it on the last podcast? When
did we? No, because I was actually just editing that. So no, we did not.
Yeah. Yeah, no. Happy birthday. We didn't talk about that. My best friend is 34 years old, and look at him. Black don't crack. It really don't.
This is just a poor resolution
it really
of the
don't.
camera. It's fine.
Hey, that's about it. We'll get that fixed. But no, for real, man. That's dope. I wanna talk about something I alluded last week. My terrible Father's Day experience at Sesame Place. You haven't heard about this, have you?
I don't. You mentioned it briefly that it sucked, but you didn't go into detail.
Oh, it more than fucking sucked. It like tested every boundary that I had in my life. Legitimately, what ended up happening, why did my dumb self think that my son who just started walking would enjoy going to Father's Day at Sesame Place, like during literally one of the most busiest like days for them. And it's like 300 million degrees. It felt like the sun was just piercing through us. And you know what nobody tells you about that place? That place is fucking sketchy. Like everything around it. Have you ever been to Sesame Place? I know
I have not.
You're yeah. Well, it's I think it's right outside of Philly, if I'm right. And it's just like, you know how the outskirts are even worse. Like they're just weird. Like we saw crackheads. We were like, I didn't expect Sesame to be like that. But anyway, we kept going, pushing, and we get to the hotel. We're unpacking, and I'm trying to like get changed and whatnot because we're gonna go to dinner. And I start looking around, and I realize that nothing is packed for me. There's nothing in there. So previous to this, I asked Joni if she was gonna do that because she was like taking over, and I was like, okay, go ahead. But you know, I tried to interject. She still like said, hey, I'm gonna go do it. So nothing fucking gets packed. Guess how many fucking shoes she had?
How many days are you at Sesame Place?
1 day.
1 day. So there are multiple pairs of shoes for 1 day. I would assume one. Maybe two.
No. She had 4 pairs of shoes and not 1 pair of underwear for me. I was like, okay, I'm okay. It's okay. I'm going to go to Walmart. We go, and like, I'm just already annoyed, and you know, the kid's like tired. It's late, and I get whatever I get back to the house. Get back to the hotel, and like Jackson's like walking around, and prior to this, like, you know, I'm a cheesy dad, so I bought a shirt that said Sesame Place, and it had like a cool school bus. It was something like really nice. Okay, like I went out of my way to make sure that would be the thing. Little homie grabs it, stuffs it into the toilet, and starts flushing it. And I see that as I walk up to him. I fucking just like that was like, okay, no, fuck. Okay, it's not soaked in fucking piss. Let's figure this out. And yeah, man, literally, we get to Sesame Place. Jackson wants nothing to do with any of the fucking rides because they're scary to him.
Yeah, he's fucking 4.
He was like, no, he was like one in a few months. He was literally just starting to walk, so he had no business being there. And it's fucking hot. The sun's beating his ass. Like literally, put him on one of the rides, and it's got like a blacktop surface, so it burns his fucking legs. We get the only time he enjoys any of it is when he sits down in the air-conditioned area where we're eating, and he's enjoying chicken tenders. And I was like, fuck me. I spent like, literally, I was saying this to our friend Squish, like, I paid for a $25 bubble wand. Now, it's $25 fucking dollars, all right? Anywhere else in the world, that bubble wand's going to cost $1.50, maybe $3. And the bubbles were sold separately. You know, how incensed, like, you've seen my anger just kind of boil, and like that just went over the top. I literally start losing my shit, and I'm sorry if you work there, but a lot of you are fucking just not listening or paying attention or just plain out stupid. I would talk to people in like wherever they'd be working. So there was one person, she sold like it was like the gift department, right? So like where you could buy all the tchotchkes and bullshit like that. And I asked her, hey, do you guys sell pens? isn't that a normal, like, thing most places sell, right? Like pencils or something like that. You would have thought I fucking asked, like, the equation for cold fusion. Like, I was like, hey, listen, don't look behind you. But the president's right there. And I need you to give me the formula for cold fusion immediately. Otherwise, we've got 5 snipers on you. Like, literally, she looked at me like I had just said the most ridiculous thing. And she's like, like, literally, it just processed, and all that came out, and I was like, never mind, I'll just look. I look on the other side, that's where pens are. I was like, what the fuck? Like, what the like, stupid shit. Like, you'd ask somebody, like, where the fucking bathroom is, and just like, like, okay, maybe I caught everybody on their fucking first day, but it was Father's Day, it fucking sucked, it was hot. My son had more fun when we got to a supermarket, and you know those like little push carts that have like a little car attached to it, like the kids can get in. Yeah, he gets in that, and he's fucking giggling, cracking up. He's like, "Woo!" This is bullshit, just complete bullshit.
Well, first of all,
so fuck Sesame Place.
I've said this many times, and I will say it many times again. Do not take your kids to do shit until they're like 15. Like, dead ass, your kids will not care about the things you think they're gonna care about. All right, my fucking daughter.
They're not.
I remember, you know how much garbage my daughter has like taken a liking to when she was 3, 5, 6 years old. Not shit I bought her, just garbage, literal, not like old toys.
Yeah.
Literal fucking trash she would pull out of the fucking garbage.
Trash.
Okay, they don't care about the places you take them, the things you do for them, the things because they don't know how to quantify that. And then you will just become bitter as a parent after years of taking your kids places. And I'm sure, like, all of us have a moment in our lives where, like, we didn't want to be somewhere that our parents spent money on us being there. Like, we just did not give a shit.
No, I get it. I mean, you know, like, that could be also my parents just ruining the experience, like, but, you know, I think it's because you get to that point where you're just so sick of the shit, and then by age 15, when they ask for some stupid fucking thing, you just lose your shit on them, and you're like,
exactly.
Fuck off.
It's like that. It's like that guy Eddie Overgold on TikTok. On that other podcast, he was saying, like, don't work out until you're like 25 because. Because if you work out before then,
you need to set the expectation.
Yeah, you'll set the expectation that you're only going to rise, but in reality, you're going to deteriorate. Your body's going to deteriorate. If you don't start working out until late in life, you're going to be on the rise forever. But when you start working out when you're 15, and then by 25 your knees don't work, it's like, well, shit. If you didn't start working out till 25, you wouldn't even know what good or bad knees feel like. Just the knees you got. So, same thing with parenting. Like, just don't do anything cool for your kids until they have the brain to remember it. Because you're the one who's going to get worn out, not the kids.
You're right. And I'm still going to go through with that fucking Florida trip because I'm going to drive myself insane. But
so what is
I'm
bringing you to Florida
how
exactly?
insane
Because I feel like every parent besides me has
family.
had a trip to Florida for some reason, and
I have a lot of family in Orlando. Like, literally, like, half of Colombia is over there. So, like, like, literally, I'll be hanging out with family I haven't seen in, like...
And you decided to move
6 or 7 years at this point?
Away from every family member on both sides that you have.
Well, I'm not that far from Queens, bro. Now I'm only an hour and 40. That's a train ride from Queens to Coney Island, if you ask me.
Where are you in PA now?
Milford. It's right by the border of New York.
Hold on, I know we agreed not to look up things on the podcast.
No, I think
but I
should.
need to look up how far
information
you are, or how far you were from.
Information's good.
Because if you live mad close to Allentown now, I'm gonna be fucking complete.
No, I'm not close to Allentown. I'm further. I'm way further. I'm east. I moved more east.
Never. Okay, that's further. No, you're not. You're only an hour and a half away, you fuck.
What? I'm closer to Allentown now?
Yes. You were more west.
Oh, you know what it is?
What you were further
what it was?
from nowhere.
But yeah, well, it takes 30 minutes to get to a fucking highway. It takes me 5 minutes to get to a highway now. So that's the big difference. Yeah.
You dirty fuck.
I'm kind of mad we started this whole thing. And Like when you decided to go to fucking Detroit. You're the one who went to Detroit, bro.
Yeah, that's because nobody was near me in fucking Allentown, so I fucking left.
I was always around for you.
3 hours away? You were literally, like, there are multiple states closer to you, and you live in the same state.
You were really 3 hours away?
Yeah.
Get the fuck out, bro.
It's always like,
That's
it's 2 hours and 38 minutes, sorry, and then, like, you hit, like, random traffic because a fucking goat is...
Or a deer.
Or a wild turkey because you had to move to the fucking forest for some reason.
Yeah. This place is much more poppin'. I hear bachata every morning, and people, lots of melanated people by me now. So I'm definitely in more of a populated area with actual human beings, not just like transparent ghosts of Long Island. I hate you, Long Island.
Yeah, I will never live outside of a major city ever again. I did my sentence in Pennsylvania.
I get it.
Also, like, I feel like cities get a bad rap because of New York. Like, New York is overcrowded. Detroit, I have space and opportunity. You know what I mean? And if I get this fucking sublet I have my eye on, oh my god, that shit is beautiful and mad cheap. It's like $750
man.
for a fucking, like, one of the walls is a window. The whole fucking wall of the living room is a window. Overlooking all of Eastern Market, Detroit. If I get that shit, I'm gonna like not even upload this episode till I know I got it, just so I could like jinx myself.
Definitely. Oh, that's great. Nah, man, go for that. Sounds fucking sick. You got pictures of that shit? Because I want to see that.
I mean, if I move in, you will definitely have pictures because I will be taking a lot of pictures in that apartment.
That's for your OnlyFans account. Yo, that's the perfect setting, bro. Think about it.
I feel like you want me to have OnlyFans more than hoes.
So I can subscribe.
More than my thousands of DMs that I receive.
You know what, man? I am so for my friends doing what they got to do to survive in the game. That's all I'm about.
Also, I have upgraded. I was just editing the last week's pod. I was at on that pod. I mentioned being at 9,100 TikTok. I'm now at 9,500. So we're closing a 10K gap. Don't know how.
Holy shit!
But we're doing it. And 100. Let's go for 100K man. By the end of the year.
Yo, 100K would be perfect, and I think you can absolutely make that happen.
We'll see. Like I said, I don't need that many brands approaching me for me to up and quit this job and just be the king of Detroit, really. Just take over here a little bit. I think I'm going to extend my Detroit stay, so I was planning to leave here in like October, but I might do it for like a year. This is a pretty, like I said, I'm getting free Molly in like an hour. Like, so already this city is treating me a little too well. Unless I die off the Molly, in which case, I mean, that's great. Yeah, I'm, like I said, suicidal boys over here. So,
you know, man, I hope you don't die, because that's how would we continue this podcast at that point.
You're doing a solo pod.
You know what? But I work off of you also, man. You know, like we got the good chemistry. You don't have that with everyone. But what are some things you're getting into? Because you never talk about recommendations, and I need some.
Or for things to watch. That's because I never really watch anything anymore. I wish I had the
or listen to.
What am I listening to these days? So here's my thing, psychologically, right? I don't really listen to like too much heavy music anymore because I've kind of I'm not white. Yeah. I'm pretty past it. But I feel like my brain still craves like violence. So all I listen to now is like rap music by like teenagers about killing each other, like that, like XXX Tentacion kind of that same lane.
Yeah,
which,
you know,
can we talk about that lane of children?
I get it.
Because I wish I was born in that generation.
Yo, how did that happen? Seriously though, because like, you know, now they're all like considered greats, like at their age for dropping like 10 SoundCloud albums, and like I ended up falling into him pretty late, like I think a couple months before he passed, and I was like kind of surprised at how good it was, like, you know, because
it should have been me, dude.
Misconception.
It should have been me.
It should have been.
Like, because here's my thing, right?
Yeah.
So, I'm black. Don't know if you noticed.
Blurs.
But I'm black. You know, I was into metal music, had my little emo phase, and I always tried to combine those aesthetics, like, because I was also very into 50 Cent back in the day, very into Cameron, you know, as a black New York teenager in the early 2000s. Mm-hmm. And I feel like I was always trying to combine those aesthetics. Remember you met me? I had on Lot 29 jeans and fucking a Black Dahlia Murder hoodie. So I was always trying to combine those aesthetics.
That's a perfect representation.
Exactly. But kids these days have figured it out. They all have the aesthetic. They're all like metal kids who love rap music and they're emo, like the Trippie Reds of the world. They got it nailed down, locked in. That's a whole genre of kid now. That was not a genre when I was younger.
No, it wasn't, and it's very school shootery. If we're gonna be real, it's like it really is, dude. Like Mario Judah is one of those. Like that man is absolutely ridiculous. You know, like I thought, like literally, how do you have an entire song with him just being like overweight and depressed, like as a personality? Like I have that personality, but that's many decades of work. It didn't come to me easy.
Well, then, yeah, he got to it first.
These dudes, they turned 17. Mario Judah! Like, I was like, what the fuck is going on?
Mario Judah and, like, Hoobastank are the same thing. It's just black Hoobastank. If you really listen to it, it's literally just black Hoobastank. And I love it. I love it.
That's terrible.
Because back in my day, I would have been called a white kid for that. But no, now he's his own thing.
No, seriously. You know, that's one of those things. Like, you know, I would wear pleather pants in middle school, and this dude's like a multi-platinum like singles, whatever how they fucking chart them and shit. But like that dude's like everyone's lauding him, and he's like wearing like a Scream costume from like 2005. Like, dude, like, and you know why I know that is because I wore that same costume. Because when you're fat, you only got like a couple options.
Is that why the costume was so popular? Over you? Because it was for fat kids.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, basically, because it would like you could just slip it on and be a sausage version of Scream. Like,
I remember what year it was. I had to be like late teens, early teens, like late teens, mid teens, and like that costume was going around a lot, and I was just like. Mm-hmm. Scream came out a long time ago. Why do I see this costume so often every year?
That's how it always is. And, you know, yeah, that was like one of those eye openers. Like they got the keys to the kingdom, dude. Like, you know, like like being a nerdy kid in an inner city school with other nerdy black and Latino kids or just black and brown kids, and like. The way you would get your ass kicked by other black and Latino kids because you weren't fucking listening to what they were listening to at the moment. And now these guys get to be as weird as they fucking want. Like, and people will be like, you can't say that to them. They're artists. I don't know if that's artistry, but you know. XXX though. He had it locked up. Like, didn't he do like a cover of a Slipknot song? Or put like a sample?
He sampled Slipknot twice. I want to say.
Okay. Yeah.
It's a good sample too. Rest in peace to the king. Speaking of, Ski Mask, the Slump God, who is his partner in crime, came out with a mixtape yesterday. One, I wasn't really feeling it, but I do love Ski Mask. Especially aesthetically, a ski mask is I posted a TikTok about him a while ago. I also say that phrase way too often. I posted a TikTok about
ski mask
like 3 times a day.
Yeah, because you know what? You're trying to let people know about the branding. We're all about the branding, guys.
Well, I do need
what's
more.
That again?
At Thin Cruel Lips, thin.cruel.lips on TikTok and Instagram.
Yes.
For the notes. Like, it's like, there's no way anyone who doesn't know us is listening to this right now. This is episode 2.
Like, we're just waiting for, you never know, the algorithm can work, man. We can all of a sudden be chart topping. All of a sudden we hit on something. We definitely can hit on a few things. Sorry, I got like a message from Joni. Like, he's like, they can never just leave you alone, man.
Yes, they can never just leave you alone with
stay in your world. No, dude, she's just telling me about the dog. We got a dog, Chuck, and he is unfortunately on his way out. The dude is just, we're like, planning to take him and see if there's anything else we can do, but a lot of vets have already kind of looked at him and said that it might just be time. So that's going to be fucking bummer. Sorry to be a bummer, but that's what I got a message about, like her telling me that a few different places we can go to. But what is new in Justin's world besides going to do Molly with a stranger or a friend?
A little bit of both, baby. You know what I mean? Who isn't both a stranger and a friend in the city of Detroit? I love how you like tried to segue out of your dog dying. I fuck with
I was
Chuck.
trying to be kind.
I fuck with Chuck.
I know, man.
Also, Chuck was kind of dying when you got him like 3 years ago. So.
No, I got him. I got him 7 years ago, man.
Oh yeah, Chuck is old.
He's been with
Chuck
us
was
for
always
a long time.
worse for the wear, but Chuck was cool.
He he had basically ASPCA and PD found him tied to a tree with both his legs broken. So the dude had a lot of struggles in his life. So like now that he's at the tail end, you feel I feel bummed out, but it is what it is. Life goes on. We should segue the fuck out of this though, because I don't think people love hearing about puppies dying.
I mean, they will feel sympathy for you. I hope if anybody who's doesn't know this is listening, reach out to my man, send him a care package, send his kids a care package. His son grew up with
Chuck. One, for sure. Yeah, they were best friends. They're best friends, from day one. Like I have tons of pictures and videos of like Jackson literally just like laying on top of Chuck and Chuck just licking him. Like he was just, they're best friends. So it's one of those cool things. Like if you have pets and your kid gets close to that, because dude, here's a terrible one, but just to show you like the horrors of parenting. Jackson had we got him a betta fish, and we had him for a few months, and Joni went to clean out his tank, and I guess didn't put enough water treatment for it, and the poor thing died. We saw it, and Jackson had come home from school, and he was already kind of upset about school because I guess he got in trouble, and he didn't want to get in trouble. And the poor little kid, we had to tell him the fucking fish died. And he started crying. I was like, fuck, man. It's going to be way worse with a dog, but fuck it. Segue, goddamn.
And that's why you don't do shit for your kids until they're 15. I told you, goddamn it. You don't get them pets. You don't take them places. You just let them roam around in the garbage, have fun that way. And then when they're older, they're like, oh, there's things and stuff out there. And you take them to see that. Applause on that. Oh my fucking god!
Yes, I just threw an applause in there because you know what? You're right. Just don't do anything, because then you'll just be sad and terrible, and your family will make you feel bad about it. It's fine.
Oh yeah, I mean that's really the only reason people do things for their children, is because your family and the people around you will make you feel bad if you don't. But really, I mean,
everything's about that.
Here's the plot twist, though. They're making you feel bad because they already know you shouldn't do shit for your kids. Because they're like, no, if I lost money on this motherfucker for like the first 12 years of his life and he didn't care, you're going to lose it too. So I'm going to guilt the fuck out of you until you feel it. You feel it.
Oh,
and that's why there's no generational wealth
in
the black and brown community, because we keep spending money on our fucking dumbass kids.
That's the fucking truth. Spending on quinceañeras and fucking like ridiculous first year birthday parties. You know what? Like the first birthday thing gets bigger and bigger every year, I think, and it's like ridiculous. Like it's the kid doesn't care, man. Like people do like fucking smash cake pictures and smash cakes at the party, and the baby's got to be wearing a specific outfit. And what about the theme? Like I literally had somebody tell me the stupidest thing in the world to me. She said, what are you going to do for the theme for the baby? For every month, because now I guess it's written in law that when you have a child and every month on that anniversary of that month that they came out of the womb, you have to celebrate them with some kind of fucking theme.
For fucking
she's
what?
Like, oh, I did. Exactly, for existing, for living. Listen, I deserve the award. I kept you alive, not you.
Yeah, what has that baby accomplished
child.
At this point?
Nothing. Literally, I just telling me that What the hell was that? I think I
just bust your ass.
I freaked myself out. I just freaked myself out. You know what? That can happen, people. When you're on medication, as strong as I am, you might just have hallucinations. No, for real, dude. And it was like, I was like, what theme? Like, if Joni wants to do something, I don't know. Like, what? I don't give a shit. Like, it's great. He's alive. He's healthy. Like, you gotta like take pictures and a photo session every time that kid does something. Like, it's a lot. Like, I know a lot of moms get sensitive about it, but I fucking hate that shit. The fucking just pulling out the camera for every single fucking fart and twinkle that fucking child does. Like, I take a lot of photos. I feel. But when I see you like having to disrupt the flow of an event because you got to break out your fucking phone camera, I'm gonna be really fucking ticked off. I hate that shit. Like, just take a picture. Haha, that's it.
Listen, bro. We can edit this out. Just say you hate your wife and kids. I'll take you away from this.
It's definitely not the wife and kids. It's not just the wife and kids. No, it has nothing to do with them. It's with other folks. Literally, I would, you get to family events and everyone's like trying to break out their phone, and it's like 7 people like breaking out different cameras, and they're telling you, no, look at this one. Why do we have that problem in 2021? Like, you know what? At this point, I thought we would have some kind of droid that would follow us, and we'd be able to take a beautiful panoramic photo with no effort at all, and it would just send to our cloud. That's what we need to do. I gave you the $1 million idea, Google.
Now here's the thing. I disagree with that idea, not because I don't think it's a good idea. I think we should, as a society, recognize that all these pictures we take at events, 99% of them we're never gonna fucking look at ever again.
Ever again. Like,
so stop taking the pictures,
bro. Like, people used to make photo albums, right? Like full on physical photo albums where you're sharing, some part of yourself or things that have happened, and that shit's like wild in itself. Like, I don't have that much attention.
And then you pass them down for generations.
I have my baby album, so like, you know what? Fine. But like, I accept the easiness of technology, and I'd rather that happen.
Dude, I can't even imagine trying to pass down like the cloud to my kid. First of all, I'd have to like curate it so it's like
the password.
Like, I'd have to curate it so that it wasn't like picture of us together, Waluigi with tits meme. Like, there's literally 20,000 pictures of my phone. So there's like no way to curate just us.
Here's what you do. I'm going to put you on to game, and you need to know this. So the way you avoid that is by having a Google Photos account. It actually tags people's fucking faces and will omit certain things from the cloud.
Oh no,
so
iPhone does that already. I just don't care to set it up.
So you don't care?
No.
So you don't care. You're just raw dogging it out there.
I'm raw dogging reality. That's what that's what I do. It's nothing but Waluigi tits out here for me.
It definitely should always be that for everyone else out there. Like, we need to always have Waluigi tits out there. They're fucking great. You know what was a really like complex thing for me? Bowsette. That was very Princess Bowsette was a very weird thing for me to go through. I was sexually attracted to Bowsette, but in the reality that it's still Bowser. It's a male dinosaur that has been trying to kidnap a princess.
So it's a trans dinosaur princess.
Yeah, you haven't seen it?
So what you're saying is Bowsette... Now, I've never had this conversation, but you're saying Bowsette has a dick. A dino dick.
I think she's a Futa, if you will. Do you know what that is, Justin?
No, I don't.
In the Weeb language? Apparently, it is a very attractive woman, presenting woman that has a very large penis.
I didn't mean to laugh at that.
It's in Japanese. No. You can laugh at that because that's exactly what it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be fucking funny. There's a lot of Jews that are like in these like weeb communities that are like praying for a futa, like like
so this
praying
is not
for
like just the general term for any big dick trans woman. This is specifically a weeb. Is it like a hentai thing or like
kind of a hentai thing. So like,
how do you spell this?
Final Fantasy, Futa, and Final Fantasy X. What's the mage that hangs out with you?
Oh,
the hot
Lulu?
one, the goth one. Yes. So the whole like Final Fantasy community, I guess, agrees that she's a Futa, and that's what she's hiding under that giant dress is a fucking giant, like 10-inch cock, apparently. So
she takes the dress off and she's in Nike sweatpants with a dick on her knee.
She's got like giant tits with a fucking like throbbing mandingo. So that's what it's supposed to be.
I need to Google this. Lulu Futa. Just to see what
is
comes
amazing.
Up.
Oh yeah, it's amazing. And being a part of all these shit posting groups, provide me a new look into society every time. And I appreciate
what
it.
Is how did you gain access to this knowledge exactly?
Shit posting. If you're out there and you know about it, there's Final Fantasy shit posting. There's Pokemon poke posting. Yes.
Wow. I love how the caption is, the world needed more Lulu Futa. The world needed that?
See?
When was this posted? What year was this?
I don't even know. I have no idea. It just came across my knowledge, because I'm omniscient, and I just absorb all information, and somehow this came across my screen, and it's like, now it's committed to my memory. But when I leave a room, can I remember what I went into that room for? Fuck no. But can I remember a random fact on some shitposting group? Yes. That's how my brain works, and that's why I make the big bucks.
Oh, well...
shit. Look at this. Speaking of this, peep the shirt. Just a little Naruto eating some noodles, because my son got it for me. Look at that.
Oh, my kid also got me. My kid got me a My Hero Academia shirt.
Doesn't that warm your fucking soul, man? Like, you cared about me enough, and you got me something I like? Shit.
She fucking better, that fucking piece of shit. Nah, my kid is fucking pure evil, dude. My kid is just Daria. So my kid is super gothic. She's mean.
I love it.
She is. My kid like wants to be edgy so bad. Like I kind of want to punch her like a little bit. Like once.
She doesn't know how edgy you were. That's the thing. Have you shown her pictures?
My pictures, but my edginess didn't look edgy. I was in girl pants. I look way edgier now, and I'm a soft bitch.
Bro, you had girl pants, like fucking girl jackets. You had snake bites. You had way more than that. You had stretched lobes. You got to show her where it came from. Like, it didn't just come out of nowhere.
My kid doesn't think I'm cool.
I'm just saying.
My kid does not think I'm cool at all. My kid, like I said, my kid wants to be edgy. So, like, I'm just the weird.
I get that.
I'm just a weird, embarrassing dad, dude. I'm not my. Although, I did go to like a.
She tries to hook you up.
I did go to like some parent thing a while ago, like some like it's like a school she was going to. I forget what the fuck it was about because I 32. I think I was 33 at the time. 33, and I still zone out in school. But I went to this event, and I remember looking around, just being like, "Damn, I'm the fucking hottest dad."
Yo, it's a real thing, man. I'm starting just to experience that because Jackson's just starting to get into school. But when you see like everyone else being as lame as they are, and you're like, oh, all right, this is cool. I'm the cool parent.
Also, it was weird that like I was one of the younger dads, and I'm like, bro, I'm in my 30s, and my kid at the time was, it wasn't that old. So like, but I guess white people in Clark Summit out having their kids at responsible ages, not 22. So fuck them.
Listen, I had my kid at 27, so it is. I get it. I waited. Listen, I needed to wait for the right one because I had seen all the shit that all of you been through, and I wasn't gonna go through that shit. I love you.
I mean, I just have
shout out to
overactive semen. Well, not overactive, but
overactive.
Too active than I should have had. Because like, Lord knows I'm a bum, so I don't know why the fuck I have working. Like my brain should have just like shut that whole operation down. Like, nope, you can't even afford to feed yourself. You need to not
do this. That could be an effective form of birth control. If like somehow your body could self-regulate, you know what? I'd do it. I do it. Male birth control needs to be a thing because
it is a thing.
I would 100% really. What is it? Where? No, it's not.
No, it's no one.
They had to cancel trials.
No, it's been a thing forever. They know no one wants it, so they don't put it out.
What, abstinence?
I mean, yeah, nobody wants abstinence because the thing about male birth control is that it has all the same side effects as female birth control: weight gain, acne, hormonal shit. Yeah. So I guess I read something about this a long time ago, but I would take it. Fuck, I'll gain some weight and raw the shit out of everybody. Yeah. Actually, you know what? Don't give me no birth control. I will be rawing way too much. Oh my god! Can we talk about this? I know you don't. I know you haven't been in the condom realm for a while, but let me tell you something, son. Why does nobody talk about the smell of condoms? That's way I feel
it's disgusting, right?
How? It's disgusting.
It's so bad.
Loud. It's a loud smell, dude.
It really is. That latex smell is too much, man. It just permeates everything. It smells like. And this is just my weird brain. It smells like pork rinds.
I wish.
I don't know if that makes sense.
I don't know what the fuck kind of shit you're using. And I've never tried the lambskin. Maybe do lambskin smell like pork rind? I feel like they wear sheepskin. Whatever the fuck it's called.
I don't know, bro. I ain't gonna do that shit. It's lambskin. I'm not. That sounds weird. I'm not gonna wear another animal's skin on my dick.
You were literally wearing cotton right now. That's pretty close.
But I'm not. Wait, you're right. I do come in cotton. So you're right. All right, I guess. No, that's not close. What it's a plant.
You've worn wool before. It's close enough.
But I don't come in wool. Is that a thing? Do you just nut in wool? Oh, God damn it! I don't fucking come in wool. I don't need to come in another animal.
Well, why
that's
not?
Just weird. That's too many steps. That's just sex with extra steps.
Do you want to come in some wool?
No, nothing.
Because I know a guy who knows a guy who knows a guy.
You misunderstand me. What I'm saying is, if you're a sheep, would you fuck another sheep? You're that's Jay and Silent Bob Strikes Back, you ladies and gentlemen. One of the best films to ever grace our eyes. It's a terrible one, but I love it. What you talked about. Did we even touch on what you actually are listening to? You said XXS at Tentacion, and who else nowadays? You said you didn't like Ski Mask of Slump God, right?
Do you really care what I'm listening to nowadays? I'm going to be listening to whatever the fuck is...
I do.
You know what? Actually, the place I'm doing... Well, the person I'm doing Molly with lives across the street from this club that, is always blasting, the best, Mary J. Blige, just the best, 90s, early 2000s classics. And we've never gone in there, but I think tonight's the night.
Hell yeah.
Unless I get that weird Molly twitch. I get a weird twitch when I'm on Molly. I feel great, but I'm
I've never been on Molly, but...
I'm sure you'll relapse. Also,
what?
Can we talk about this? I feel like... you're real wholesome right now. I feel like at one point we're going to switch. You're going to be... banging prostitutes in LA, and I'm gonna be married 10 more years.
I don't think I could be doing the banging of prostitutes in LA. I do see myself with my wife. Maybe we just add a partner. Maybe that's what we do. A throuple is in our future one day. But for now, I am regular with the wife, and she's. We have a fantastic life together. It sucks sometimes, though.
Listen,
it's shitty.
You can't hold up this wholesome shit for too much longer. Once the kids are grown, you're going to be fucking out of there.
Yeah.
And I'm going to be settled down.
Settle down like the king you are. I think we're about to reach our hour mark. It's about that time that we wrap up. We can do the Sunday confessional. Kick it off, bud.
Whew, Sunday confessional. What's the confessional this week? As if I haven't been confessing that I'm about to do illegal drugs.
You know what? That's your Sunday confessional right there. You're going to do illegal drugs and you don't give a shit. Fucking awesome. That's it. Thank you. Please hold your applause for later. We'll be right done. Thank you, guys. So my Sunday confessional is I don't know if I have one this week. I haven't really wrapped through those memories. I shared a really disgusting one last week, so that's what I do. But also, I guess. Sometimes you just don't got nothing to fucking regret. Fuck you. That's what I got. No Sunday confessional.
Well, all right.
Fuck
no
God.
confessional this week from this guy from fucking holier than thou Christian.
It is what it is, brother. I love you, man. We'll talk next week.
All right. Later. Very committed to this outro music.
Oh.